going on, guys? Demond back with another video. I hope y'all doing well today. Well, as we start off, how we always start with Nikki. Is that a sign? Sagittarius is always just showing up. But just recently, right? Not just recently. Well, yeah, just recently. Yesterday, right? I decided to binge watch the Squid Games, and my God, that show is very intense. It's extremely good. I wasn't expecting what I was expecting. I honestly thought it was going to be like a watered down version of the Game of Thrones, but it somehow managed to be a lot better than the I said Game of Thrones, I'm at the Hunger Games. It turned out to be a lot better than the Hunger Games. And also too, when I was on Twitter, because that's what happened. There was like a bunch of memes going around, and I kind of got I was just like, I gave in. I'm like, if people are gonna keep talking about this, let me sit up here and go and watch this show before anything gets spoiled. So I finally watched it, and I enjoyed it. Looking forward to what they're gonna do with the second season, and then people are already talking about an anime adaptation of the show. But if you've seen that movie, right, or if you've seen the show, you should also take a look at this other show, or is a movie. It was a movie. There we go. It's called Battle Royale, and I think that's the movie that was inspired by the Hunger Games. And that's another. I want to believe that's a Korean film. If not, it's definitely overseas, right? It's a foreign film. And if you don't know what the Squid Games are, it's basically about. It starts off with this man. Well, it takes place in Korea, but it shows you one man who's struggling in his life. You find out eventually that like he used to be a working man, and then his job ended up laying him off. They end up causing a riot. To one point, somebody ended up getting killed or murdered or something like that, you know. But whatever happened with that job, right, it affected his relationship with his family, because I guess he ended up neglecting to actually be there for his wife and children, to the point where like she left his ass and got remarried. So now they are he's trying to work it out with her and spend time with the kid, but he's in debt. He don't even know how to maintain his life. He's constantly borrowing money from family and friends. And did he borrow anything from his mom? But I know he's living with his mom, trying to take care of her. But she ended up becoming sick. It really gets deep. So one day he's just on his way home, minding his business or whatever, and a guy comes up to him about wanting to play a game, a very simple game too. It's I didn't really pay attention to this part in particular about the conversation, because I was still like doing other stuff. But basically, they play a game. He ends up winning some money, and eventually gets invited to, if you want to win some more money, then you give us a call. He eventually gives in to the call, and next thing you know, he's being kidnapped and taken to an unknown location where they basically have to compete with over 100 contestants for some money. And you eventually find out that the games they are playing are kids' games. So I guess the more popular one that's being going around, without spoiling the rest of the series, especially the rest of the episodes. But the first episode is, or the first game that they play is red light, green light. So, I mean, obviously, you know how to play red light, green light, but there's a robot there at the end of the hall, or at the end of the room, and she turns her head and she's be like, green light. But the moment she turns her head and says red light, everybody has to stop. If you move, you are eliminated, Now, right, because people didn't follow directions, right? It showed you exactly what they mean about following directions. So because somebody moved, somebody didn't get a shot. They thought that he was playing, and then come to find out, everybody was getting. He was actually dying. So because this scared everybody, it started to really shake the game up. So now everybody's panicking, freaking out right now, because this dude is dead, but they're not realizing that like y'all should have read the damn forms too before y'all jumped into it. But now that half the people that done participated is like dead, they still have to go through. Who's ever still alive have to continue on with that game. And luckily, the main character that we saw ended up making it through, but that was only because he was helped from an Indian man who was also in the games as well. But but after that, they kind of felt some type of way about being coerced into this game, and they all kind of came to an agreement to end the games. And because they all came to an agreement to end the games, they was allowed to set free. Of course, being set free, they try to go back to their normal lives, but as you see, they still kind of get back into the same old routine. So they end up eventually. Some of them end up coming back, and the ones that didn't come back, they were still being watched to see what would happen to them. But that's all we'll get into about that show. If you haven't, though, you should definitely check it out. So, but I just thought that was just like a really dope idea at, portraying like a survival of the fittest scenario in a more realistic way. It didn't really, because how Game of Thrones is based off a book anyway, which was very fantasy, and they try to romanticize the characters and shit like that. Like, it was just very such a teen fantasy situation anyway. But this one is really like adults. It's more realistic. So you look at each character that they bring in, and you watch. You get in on their backstories for a few of them, and why they are putting themselves into the situation to begin with. It's deep. What are you doing? The things that you would do for money. But then you realize that everybody in that competition is all in debt. So it's just like, yeah, we're all in debt. But it's like, if we leave this place, then how much better is our lives for real, for real? At least if we go in here, we got a fighting chance to become millionaires, regardless of if lives are being taken. I mean, how much better is your life out on the outside? Like, what contributions are you to the world? Right? You're in debt, and you're constantly being followed by loan sharks. So it's just like, it really makes you look at like the way, a society will choose how to live their lives. And you even have, right, the first contestant is the old man. You would think that like he ain't got nothing to live for, and that he would continue on with the games. But because he was the last one to do that vote, right, he was the one that chose to leave. So that kind of like set everybody at majority rules to set everybody go. But of course, when they was all released, the main character that we saw ends up reuniting with player one, who is the old man, right? That's the meme that you'll see about player number one. That guy, right? So he ends up reuniting with player one outside the games, and the old guy, somehow convinces him to go back to go back to the games, because the man is just like, yeah, I got this tumor going on. I don't know where I don't know where I'm at. Like, I don't know where I'm going. He doesn't really have a place to go, but he has friends that he stays with, and his memories being like constantly fucking with him all the time, because he's suffering from dementia. He has a brain tumor, so it's like he got a lot going on. So you would think that the man has nothing else left to lose, so he would continue on with the games. But that's what he ended up coming to the conclusion once he got free, for him to end up going back. But yeah, so these are the cards I end up picking out. I guess the moral of the story is just like the things that you would do for money. Money versus morals, which is more important, I guess. Yeah, we need money to survive, but what are you going to do with that money for the sake of survival, right? Because you'll see later on what happens with the contestants that been through the entire thing, and you see what they end up doing and how their lives have changed because of the games as well. So I it's just like, what are you doing as far as like your morals, your choices and decisions? Life is too short. I think that's another reason why they did another thing too. Like, life is too short, so it's just like you make the best of the situations regardless of what you're being put into. But for my first cards that I pulled, right, we have the Aquarian deck. We have the Earth Warrior Oracles. We have Words of Jesus. And then we have the Ibiza God Tarot, which is like major arcana cards. So I guess that's what I should have did while I was talking. But luckily, the majority of my cards are in one space. So I think at the bottom of it was the Vedic astrology. So we have those. We have the Words of Jesus, the Ibiza cards. That should be on the side, right? There's the books of the Bible that I need to repack because certain things need to be put back into there. There we go. Gods of Ibiza. Ibiza gods. We got the Words of Jesus, Earth Oracles, and Aquarian deck. Alright. The Aquarian deck is right here. And my Earth Oracles, I believe. Yeah, Earth Oracles are in my other bag. It's my other work bag. Also, too, I'm forgetting something. It's not cards that I pulled out, but it's my cards that I wrote. They're ones that kind of give you a little something before you pull the tarot out. So, but at the bottom we had the Vedic astrology. So I'll pull one to end that. Actually, let's pull that now because I always forget. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pull one at the end and I forget. And YouTube really got me fucked up because I posted a video, right? And because of the music, there's copyright claims into the damn thing. So for some reason, the video will not air in my location. Like, I can't even watch it in my own country because of copyrighted music, even though I've stated in the video that I don't own none of the music. But yet they still are flagging my damn video. So I don't know, I have to wait 30 days or whatever for it to actually show up because I can't get paid for watching it, even though it's not like I'm, just getting paid now for it. So it's just important messages. So I guess if you're on Twitch, right, thank you for following and watching and subscribing and staying in tune with, my videos. I appreciate the subscribes as well. So at the bottom, the card that I pulled is the 10th house, which is responsibility, success, become a person of power and status. Get Into the Groove is playing by Madonna, right? Can y'all see that? A little bit. I tried to have a little static going on with my amiibos, but. And actually, I know I'm close to this camera, so I need to put that volume down. I refuse for another video to be flagged. And at the bottom of the deck is Capricorn. Here we go with this Capricorn again. That's the second reading already, Capricorn into something. But it says your goals, day-to-day reality of use the most business-like way and. I like that, though. As we were just sitting here talking about, what's his name? The Squid Games, right? The day-to-day reality, your goals, use the most business-like way, and I'm not gonna read it in reverse, or I don't even know if that is the reversal or not, because one is red and one is blue. The book is right here, but not right now. So, but we're talking about success and becoming a person of power and status. That definitely sounds like somebody needing to own their abilities, own their life, take control of their life. But like whatever it is that you've worked on, right? That's important. All right, so we got the Earth Oracle here. There's a lot, y'all. Words of Jesus, and then here these are cards right here. So then, all right, let's go right into them. These are already out, so, and this was the major arcana, so the overall energy, right, for this reading is the Star. Look at that. And we have Mahavira. It says the light at the end of the tunnel, a time of peace, harmony, and opportunity. Look at that. Success and opportunities. You got the 10th house and Star here, which is healing. And the Aquarian deck we're going to be using as well, which is Aquarius, right? Star. Words of Jesus is next. Oh, and at the bottom, my apologies, y'all. We have strength, Krishna. Strength and karmic power, balance, self-control. So somebody's really aligned. Somebody's aligned, right? Somebody's aligning with the stars, right? The fact that we had the astrology deck here, or one of my astrology decks. I'm surprised Black Moon didn't come out. Usually she'll always want to pop out. Maybe that's like, I always like have her in mind. Next we have Earth Warriors. Okay, yeah, because I got like 3 different decks that have Earth on it. But also that star just could be standing out from the rest of the crowd, right? You're a star now. It's becoming a person of power and status, recognizing that you are a star, right? Standing in your power. It's like the moment you take that responsibility, right? I feel like that's when you'll start to get recognized. If you are a star, that's not just being aware within yourself, that's also letting everybody else see you for who you are as well. But just like, you gotta, responsibility. I really wanna make sure y'all see that I really do shuffle these. Came in reverse. Medicine horse. And at the bottom, it's Pano. It says, immeasurable power of the heart way. Tapping into your heart space. We have strength here too at the bottom of the Ibiza gods. So you got your strength there. You have the heart. It says immeasurable power of the heart way. Pano. So that's like love, right? That's tapping into your heart chakra. Healing, right? Star card. Healing the heart, gaining the strength. That's where your power lies. But we have medicine horse. Progress on the path. As we speak about healing, we have my sapphire here. It's my birthstone too, so shout out to any Virgos or Libras in September with the sapphire birthstone, and happy birthday to Libras, right? But If it came up in reverse, that means that somebody maybe is stuck. Progress on the path. If it's in reverse, then there's no progress, right? Something's halted, something's stopped. Somebody needs to do some more healing, right? Somebody needs to take responsibility. Oh, was that it? Words to Jesus, and then the Aquarian cards, right? If you're not taking responsibility, are these all upside down? Wait, what's going on? Oh, that's the only one that was in reverse. All right. But is it that you don't see yourself? It's like, why? Well, maybe we'll get into it, right? On why this is in reverse. Because that's set in the middle, too. So. Maybe you don't believe in yourself, right? Maybe you don't believe that you actually can move forward. Because when we have the star here, it's like the light at the end of the tunnel, a time of peace, harmony, and opportunity. So that would really mean that it's really time for you to move forward, whoever this is. So maybe it's in reverse, right? Because that's where you're at right now. And by the time that, whoever you are watching this video, this will help you get unstuck and how to move forward. So 2 cards wanted to come out. Jesus, speak to me. What you want to say to the collective, right? It says, how much more will the Heavenly Father give the Holy Spirit to those who ask Him? That's Luke 11:13. I apologize for the lighting. I should work on my settings, right? And then the next one is, rejoice because your names are written in heaven. Your names are written in stars. And it says your names. So you could be connecting with somebody, right? But it's written in heaven. It's written in heaven. And at the bottom of the deck, it says, I don't know if I showed that, all right? Once Upon a Time by Mariah Lynn is playing. But it says, do to others whatever you would like them to do to you. Matthew 7:12. So we have Luke and Matthew here. Those are Jesus' disciples, right? So this could be a significance, right? You could be dealing with somebody who's religious, biblical, of the sorts. Religious, not just biblical, but religious. Like I said, right? If this is in reverse, then it's something about, I don't think you have faith in yourself. You don't believe that you can actually move forward with someone. But why? Ask yourself that. Why do you feel like you don't think you can move forward with someone? But it all, right? It just says, how much more will the Heavenly Father give the Holy Spirit to those who ask Him? As is, right? Also, too, I can get this. You could be praying, right? You could be praying to God about whatever it is that you're going through. Because the star is here, right? You're praying to the sky, you're praying to the stars, you're praying to God, You're asking for whatever it is, and He gives it to you. But with this being in reverse, I don't think that you actually believe that was actually given to you, that you actually deserve it. How come? If you call on God and He answers your prayers, you got to start taking responsibility. Ooh, I hope I can find this. Right? Because I actually came across So I remember I came across this one video on Twitter. Hopefully I can find it. It's on my bookmarks. I just hope that the stuff that I bookmark doesn't get in the way of that video, because I think this is very important. I know I can't repeat word for word what she was saying, but it's better if you get it from the messenger, right? I don't have no issue showing off anybody where I've gotten my information from if I'm able to, get the message. All right. But it's really about being responsible, right? It's like once you pray, like it's like answered prayers are you're like they come with responsibility, and I think this is what you need to hear, whoever this individual is, right? And I probably need to back up because I'm realizing I'm close to my phone with this headphones. I want to be able to play the music, so. Is this it? There we go. All right.
Are scary. She said answered prayers are scary. They imply responsibility. You asked for it, and now that you've got it, what are you gonna do with it? And then I was just like, wow, like it really is important for us to be ready for the things that we ask for. Like, what does that look like, being ready for the things that we ask for? If we're asking for a house, if we're asking for a better job, if we're asking for a better partner, if we're asking for good friends, like, are we a good friend? Are we dealing with our money in intentional, purposeful ways for us to attract more intentional money?
Right. That's all I want to get at. But yeah. To really think about that though. Ooh. All right. Jesus. But you really have to think about that though. It's just like, what are we going to do, start doing differently now that we've already said the prayer? And it's not even about like when it comes in, because you already got to be prepared for it before it even comes in. So it's just like, but even once you prepare for it, it's just like you still got to take that responsibility, take those actions, and then be able to what is it? Do others whatever you would like done to you. And as I picked that up, right, by accident, because I ain't mean to split the deck, but it says, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Just to show y'all, right? Also, that's also out of the book of Matthews. So you got Matthew talking to you twice, right? You could be a Matthew. You could be a Luke, right? As I use the Aquarian deck, right? You could be an Aquarius too. But Birds of Jesus and the Aquarian deck is here. But really, really think about that, because it's just like some people don't realize how much God actually listens. And I think that's another thing too. You believe in God, but like, I don't think you actually have faith. I don't think you have true faith. And faith without works is dead. So it's just like, and also too, keep in mind that even though you may not feel like you deserved it, don't think that. Don't ever doubt yourself. If you pray to God about something that's given to you, just thank Him. Appreciate that you've gotten it, because clearly he sees something that you're going through that nobody else can see, right? And he feels as though if you deserve it, you deserve it, regardless of what you have done. If you've forgiven yourself, right? If you've forgiven yourself for the things that you've done in the past, and you are really trying to change for the future, right? Then why can't you move towards a more successful and peaceful and harmonious path? Don't ever think that you can. Don't ever think that people can't change, you know? And just because, right, you probably have done some shit in the past, right, that may come off as unforgiving. Fallen angel, right? You may have done some things. It probably even have taken you off your path. But if you believe in a higher power, you know that God exists. You know He's always forgiven. He always forgives. You just gotta be more aware of who you are and who God is, right? Period. Like you think you have control over your life, but you only control very little aspects of it. Honestly, I mean, you can control your actions, but you can't control what happens because of those said actions. You know, shapeshifter. So we have top, masculine energy, fall back. So there's a masculine here who's a fallen angel who needs to fall back from something, right? Shapeshifter is at the bottom. Probably you're dealing with the shapeshifter, or you could be the shapeshifter, right? And that's probably why you don't probably recognize who you are, right? So we have get in your bag, message in the stars on your birth chart, breathe, woosah, meditate. Breathe, meditate, pray up, woosah. Then we have wake up before it's too late. Again, like that shuffle is right, because I feel like those came out in the last reading, right? The last PYTea. At least the second row definitely came out in the last reading. My stomach is growling. I'm hungry a little bit, but I wanted to do this reading before I got something to eat, just so sometimes you have a clearer mind when you're on an empty stomach. It's also good to drink water as well. I will get this set up better, I promise you guys, so y'all can see me shuffle these cards a lot better. Because I know I'm off-screen shuffling. But we have Divine Individual at the bottom of the deck. All right. Gotta put these cards back with those. But we have good things come to those who wait. Patience is a virtue, right? If you really want something, you work towards it, but you gotta be patient, right? Especially when you know it's for you, right? Especially if you're communicating with your gods, right? And to your ancestors. What's for you will always be for you. You just gotta be patient with it. Regardless, It's all about timing and placings, right? Oh wow, look at that. Ring, ancestors are contacting you. Downloads. So if you're getting any rings, right, in your left ear or your right ear, those are you getting downloads. That's from your higher self or even your ancestors communicating with you about the next moves, what you need to be doing next. But we have top here, we have message in the stars, learn your birth chart with the ring, your ancestors are contacting you. It really means to take action. That top card also means you're very dominant. You're masculine. You're in masculine energy, right? That's double confirmation with that masculine energy there. So it's just like you're definitely, whoever this reading is for, I'm speaking to a masculine person who works in masculine energy. Not saying that you are a man, but you are the aggressor. You're the pursuer. You're the top boss, right? Moving forward. So you have fall back and move forward. I'm on the low. Workout routine. Oh, all right. So I guess we'll do another row, right? So we need 3 more cards. I got a weird taste in my mouth. Clear gustance, right? What are you feeling right now? Not even feeling, but what it says. I got a weird taste in my mouth. So you're getting like phantom taste. So you're getting a taste for something and you haven't even eaten it yet. So pay attention to that. Whatever taste is in your mouth. Or even the things you got a taste for. If you're craving something too, be mindful of that. That could be a significator for something. So there could be like a special dish, like whatever food somebody's making. I say be mindful of that, right? Mental illness. And then we have Without Me by Halsey, right? And then underneath that is Why Is You Being Weird to Me? Aw, Black Magic. But that was, oh, well, there's the witch. Well, oh shit. Well, that's why. Well, somebody's dealing with a witch who's doing black magic. A witch or a warlock, right? But now we have, all right, so now we about to do this. So we have Fallen Angel, top, masculine energy, fall back, get in the bag, get in your bag, message in the stars, learn your birth chart, breathe, meditate, pray out, woosah. Good things come to those who wait, ring, ancestors are contacting you, move forward, I'm on the low, workout routine / exercise, I got a weird taste in my mouth, sacred black sheep, and hairstylist / barber. This is very interesting, all right? As we pick up the Aquarian deck. But is that everything? Mental illness, fallen angel, top. Oh, these are sticky. Why? Oh, well, there's the rubber band. It broke. But this song could be significant, right? As we learned about this song, right? We know that she used to date G-Eazy, I believe it was. You know, fuck him in, I get some money. That one, the white boy, right? I think this song was inspired by him, right? So the fact that like she basically kind of was there helping him get on his career, and then now that she blowing up, you know, he on living his best life without her, something like that. So this also could be a significance for somebody. You could have been there for somebody, right? And then they just kind of up and left to go fulfill their career, right? They could be a hairstylist or a barber, right? Six of Swords, moving on calmer waters with the 8 of Wands. That's a message, right? Somebody's trying to move forward. Somebody's trying to send you a message so they can move forward, right? But it's like, how are you... But it's like, okay, the mental illness, right? It's with the, because I'm looking at the bottom of the decks of the other ones, right? Oh, and now we have Love by Music Soul Child. You got mental illness, do to others whatever you would like them to do to you. Strength card. Strength and karmic power, balance, and self-control. And then we also have Pano Pano, immeasurable power of your heart way. So this is definitely somebody needing some healing. It's not just heart healing, but it's mental healing. Mental healing, but mental clarity. You need to break free of something. But I don't know, maybe if your actions, right, what you have been doing to others is now starting to backfire on you. It says your goals, the day-to-day reality of use the most business-like way and, right? So maybe your actions haven't really been, and we have the world at the bottom of the Aquarian deck. Your actions, Chariot, there we go. That's that forward movement. But we already know that Chariot is also Cancer, right? That's that water. Maybe, there's Justice. At the bottom of the deck is the Tower. There's that shocking reveal. With it being on the breathe, meditate, and pray, right? And the move forward, there you go. But that's not just going to be your all to be all, though. That's really just for you to align yourself. You've probably been doing a lot. Become a person of power and status. They talk about power here. I've seen power more than once. Karmic power, and then it's the power of your heart way. All right? And now become a person of power and status. Standing in your power. Control. Didn't it say something about, strength in karmic power, balance, and self-control. Learning business and pleasure, right? But it's like maybe you've been working so much to put that Capricorn there, because the earth signs, they really about the material things at that. So you've been very materialistic with how you have been achieving things, right? And probably been thinking that, you've probably been doing this without God. But let me tell you something. Faith without works is dead. So you me thinking that everything is all hunky-dory and everything is smooth sailing, but the moment that you start to get into that selfishness, that holding back, that Four of Pentacles, right? You start to hold back from the things, people, places, and things that you need to be giving to. Then that's how you start to stop your progress. Three of Swords, Six of Cups. So somebody from your past is heartbroken, or you hurt somebody in your past, right? And maybe that's a thing that's stopping you from moving forward. We have Love here by Music Soul Child, right? So it's just like, was it somebody that you love? It had to be, because if everything is really trying to tell you to gain strength, get into your heart path, or in the power of your heart way, right? Learning to be to tune into yourself, right? There's a light at the end of the tunnel, a time of peace, harmony, and opportunity, right? So this is really the opportunity for you to heal whatever it is. That's probably why this is in reverse. Well, it's not in reverse, but when it showed up in reverse. But I keep it in the upright because, again, this message is supposed to be for you to move forward. Hopefully it gives you a better understanding and idea on how to push forward. And if not, then feel free to comment, about the situation at hand. But it says, rejoice, your names are written in heaven. So whoever this person is, you definitely have a connection with them. If the message is written in the stars, learn your birth chart is here with the star itself, and then you have rejoice because your name is written in heaven. Come on now. That's literally. And then it says, how much more will the Heavenly Father give the Holy Spirit to those who ask Him? He'll give it to as many people that He feels as though that deserve it. He may not be fair, but He is just, though, right? I always feel that, and I know that doesn't sound right for some people. Well, how is He not fair? Well, justice is not really about fairness, or I should say equal. It's really not about. It's not about equality, but it is about being fair, right? That's what I should have said. It's not about equality, but it's about what's fair. So, I seen a picture that kind of explained what equality looks like versus what justice looks like. So, equality. So it showed three guys, an older man and two young boys, a father and his son basically, and they're looking at a baseball game. So the way equality worked was that they all got boxes, and they stood on those boxes to try to see the game. But the thing about equality is they all use the same boxes to try to see the game, but they're all different. They're all different heights. So even if the younger people stood on that same box, they won't be able to see unless they grab the other box from the taller person, right? Who probably wouldn't give it to them because they needed to see, and sit comfortably or something like that. But the way justice works is the older man is standing up because he can already see over the gate. But the two younger ones, they used the boxes to be able to sit over the gate, to see over the gate. But of course, the smallest one had to use the most boxes to see at the same level as the adult did. But both of the kids had to see at the same level as the adult did. But of course, one of them had to use more boxes than the other two. Is what I'm getting at. So that's what justice looks like. So you've probably been thinking that you've been equal to certain individuals and you haven't, right? You think you've been treating everybody equally and you haven't. And I think that's where the injustice comes in at. Oh wow, we have the Emperor and the Empress at the end of this, with love on top, right? Top Chariot moving forward. And then Three of Cups. So there's some celebration, right? Somebody wants to celebrate. Or also, I look at this as offering, praying. What are you giving up to God? What are you sacrificing for the Lord or to your higher self? To Source. How are you recognizing Source to allow you to be successful, right? For you to be in a position to even to go back and recollect things, right? Whoever I'm speaking to, you're already at a position where you've already kind of got it, and you're about to get more. So again, a fallen angel we have, but getting your bag. Seven of Wands is being defensive, right? Standing your ground or being guarded. But again, it's moving forward though. You're being guarded for moving forward about the equal give and take. Six of Pentacles, the balance. That's really literally above justice. So with the masculine energy and the breathe wusa, the breathe, meditate, pray at wusa, is connecting with the justice card and the move forward, right? Is, oh shit. Well, maybe if we can go down the line, right? Maybe we should go down the line. Because I was going across, because we also have the lovers here, right? Because you haven't been, there hasn't been an equal give and take to a love situation. Lovers here, right? You're deeply, madly, and truly in love with someone. But somebody fell back from that, though, from this connection. Somebody needs to wake up before it's too late. Somebody's a narcissist, right? I'm too sexy by Right Said Fred is here, right? I'm too sexy for this. I'm too sexy for that. And then, of course, Drake, who's the what is this, certified lover boy, right? Decides to flip it with the most toxic motherfucker, Future. So it's just like, yeah. You two this, you two that. Well, you about to lose whatever it is if you don't learn how to balance that masculine energy. Wow. Learning how to balance your masculine energy. That's why you need to meditate, pray, breathe, woosah, right? Because you're doing too much. Justice is here. Justice is here next to this Empress, who's also a look at that, sacred black sheep. Shout out to y'all. All right? This is definitely, you're definitely, whoever this is, you're connecting with one of my collective, right? An Empress at that. So whoever this sacred black sheep is, right? This man or woman, they are literally in their power. They are already on their path. And whoever this person who I'm reading to, right, is this damn emperor. The hairstylist barber, right? You want to get in your bag, but you're being defensive. Even karma is just like, get in the bag. But it's like, get in your bag and good things come to those who wait, right? It's letting you know right now to get in your bag and good things come to those who wait. Because whatever it is that you're working on, this workout routine, this exercise, this is the Ace of Wands here. I don't know, bro. You moving a little bit too fast with that wand there. Also, right, I mean, it also could be them trying to, I don't know. I mean, it could be, right, it could be you masturbating and you need to chill, right? Because that's an exercise. That's a lot, right? Top chariot, but you out here though. This message in the stars, learn your birth chart. Manifesting. Also, this also could be you trying to manifest, because the Ace of Wands, the wands are all about manifestations, right? But with the workout routine, what are you trying to manifest with that workout routine? That workout or exercise routine. The wand is there, you can be creative, but this is also symbolic of the male phallic. So it's like, you better use this the proper way, but that's also with this masculine energy needing to be balanced. You've probably been sticking it in the wrong places. Page of Pentacles. I got a weird taste in my mouth. You probably eating ass to sucking dick, and now you probably got something, child. STDs ain't here, but this Page of Pentacles, they learning. They learn a lot. Maybe you starting to get an idea or maybe you're connecting, right? Because it's next to this Empress, so you could be also learning your gifts as well for some of you. I'm just looking at the cards. Nothing is really too specific. I'm not directly, this is not being directed towards one masculine, right? This is a general reading. You pick and choose your situations. Not everything is going to fit with everybody's story. So please keep in mind and use your discernment. Especially as I say here, I'm talking about God and how, you know, you're being blocked off because, you know, how you're treating people. Just be mindful of that. But with this ring, ancestors here, because I'm connecting these. So this top is moving forward to learning his birth chart. Cancer, Chariot. That's literally taking action though. It's a major arcana, so this is something in the works. This is happening. Or this is the action. Right? If it's not physically, they're doing something. But it's with their emotions though. Wheel of Fortune is here. Right? Next to Six of Wands. Six of Wands is the forward movement, right? You got the Chariot and you got the Six of Wands. So it's definitely somebody's moving forward. And whatever it is, they're taking action on it. They're learning. They're definitely learning because they're getting the message, right? They're getting the message to really get into their birth chart. They're paying attention, right? Because they're paying attention to their ancestors, it's giving them the victory they need to move forward to then learn how to work with their gifts. So somebody's literally Kirk Gustin. So you really are tasting something. But again, we got that Pentacles here. So it could be whatever it is that you're eating. I always look at the Pentacles, right? The Page of Pentacles is students. Or it also could be a child as well. So you also could have a child that's learning their gifts. So be mindful of if you have kids. I have an Emperor and the Empress is here. So this could be a family situation. For somebody with people with kids. Lovers is here too, confirming. You know, you got Lovers here and you have Empress and Emperor and Empress here. And a Page of Pentacles. So you could have a young Virgo, a Taurus, right? All right, the younger Vorus, what is a Vorus? Virgo, Taurus, right? That's not Cuspera either because none of the earth signs connect. But you could have an earth sign child, or you could be learning how to really harness your gifts, right? Self-control, that power. Rock With You by Ashanti is on. But with the masculine energy, as we said before, it's about that equal give and take, that balance. Learning to become zen, right? It's learning how to balance that masculine energy. Learning to take action and learn how to not take action. Right? Stop letting your emotions, right, get the best of you. So right? So again, try to try incorporating like a meditation, like a meditative like session. Breathe. Oh, it's the same thing, breathe and meditating, but it's just like, I have a watch here, right? My Apple Watch, it has like the breathe function, right? So like every now and then they'll let me know, hey, it's time to do like a little breathing routine. So if you have an Apple Watch or some type of smartwatch or phone or whatever that has that feature, maybe that could be a thing. Also too, whenever you're smoking, because I'm pretty sure my collective do, I know I smoke, not cigarettes, but you know, I got my weed. Speaking of, where's it at? Of course, I was sitting on it. Luckily, it didn't break, right? Did you know I got my pen? So whenever you're smoking, right? Whenever you do that inhale, some of y'all like to hold that because y'all think that's going to give y'all a better high for some reason, but I don't think so, you know. You hold it and then you let it out. But I mean, you can do that though, and have like an actual breathing routine as you smoke. Like when you getting high, I promise you that though, because that's how I started. Well, not that's not how I started, but like when I would smoke by myself, that's what I usually do. Just to sit, I used to breathe and really focus in on my breathing, and it be you got to do deep breathes too, like breathe in, like all the way in though, and then let it all out. And you also have to be mindful of how you're breathing too. Like you breathe in from your nose and then you breathe out from your mouth. But whenever you're breathing though, you have to make sure that it's all from your stomach and never from your chest. If you're breathing from your chest, that means that you're still stressing out. You're still stressed about something. You're not focused. You're not aligned. So keep that in mind too when you do that. But that's the whole purpose of the whole thing, the whole meditation, like the whole breathing routine, is to make sure that you are aligned, to get yourself aligned and focused and balanced, so you be able to move forward to take that action towards the sacred black sheep, towards your empress, right? She's a sacred black sheep for a reason. It's black sheeps, stand out. They usually are castaways, but the sacred black sheeps, they already were aware of that, and they've been struggling to get into that power, because being a sacred black sheep versus a black sheep, you're a very gifted individual. You're standing out. Literally, it's literally being in the empress. It's standing in that power, right? To do things that nobody has done before, but to be able to do it so effortlessly too at that. Because she works, the empress usually works from home. She's the mother, she's the child bearer, right? She's the nurturer. She does everything within proximity of herself. Not saying that women can't be bosses of their own, doesn't mean that women can't be the breadwinners. Because again, like I've said before, we have an emperor here, emperor and empress. So it's all about really the roles that y'all have agreed to play. But with this sacred black sheep, they already know their role with the divine first before they can even present themselves to a man or a woman. For real, for real. Well, it's not first, but it's understanding that this is what they have to do first. They have to align themselves with the divine, with God first, and then that's how they be able to stand into their power. Because like the empress, right, she attracts. So once she stands into her empress, once she gets into that empress energy and get in her bag, right, then the things that is for her will come to her or him, right? Whoever is working in this energy. But my black sheep, y'all should know that, right? As you can see, right, I'm working from home. I'm starting from scratch. Page of Pentacles, right? I'm starting my business. It's about that time. Making sure you're aligned for it. Making sure, right? Get yourself aligned. Get yourself aligned with your energies. Masculine and feminine energy. I have masculine energy here because that's usually the main one that needs to be aligned. It's always, whether you're a man or a woman, it's the masculine energy that always needs to be worked on. Because that's the one, because the masculine energy is supposed to be, the men, it's supposed to be it's supposed to be like that, but it's not actually like that though, right? So you try to associate the masculine energy with the man, so you're going to expect that all men are supposed to take action, are supposed to lead, are supposed to control, and that's what most men do. And because they think that way, that's what fucks everything up. Because it's just like, well, where's the equal give and take in that? Yeah, you can lead, but don't think that just because the women exist that they can't. At the end of the day, a woman gave birth to you. So if you don't think that you can't listen to a woman, you're a dumbass. because you had to listen to your mama at some point in life, because that's how your ass was able to survive. You had to listen to your mama, especially when your daddy wasn't around, because what was he doing out there doing whatever he wanted to do, whether it was working or not wanting to be a part of the family. But it's all about learning those karmic traits as well, right? We have strength here. Strength and karmic power, balance and self-control. But we have fall back, lovers, wake up before it's too late, 9 of cups in reverse, and I'm on the low. Oh shit. Oh wait, did I pull? Oh no, this goes exactly like this. Yeah, because I had it all connecting these two with these having their own individuals, right? So somebody fell back. So somebody's falling back from a love situation, right? I don't know if this is you. I don't know if you fell back from a current love situation because you want to go back to another situation, right? Or this could be the connection that you have with somebody. It's like somebody has fell back from that. But with the 9 of cups in reverse, that's literally somebody waking up. Somebody not being selfish anymore. Usually the 9 of cups, right, in the upright is a man that's content. He's happy with what he has. You see, he's got that smile on his face. He's good. I'm Gucci. I don't need nothing more. But if it's in reverse, apparently not. So with this wake up before it's too late, because clearly somebody's on the down low. And it probably is a barber or a hairstylist. Right? But it's somebody who took on the role as the emperor, the actual breadwinner, the action taker, the man in the relationship, but not saying that you are a man though, right? There's definitely masculine women, aggressive women who still can be emperors. So, ladies, if you see yourself being the breadwinner, the boss, right? The one that wears the pants, then this is you. So you're the one that's going to be needing to take action in all this, right? And that doesn't mean that, I'm not saying that you are actually a barber or stylist or whatever, but that just could be somebody significant to you, right? And same thing with the high priestess. With the empress. Like these could be vice versa. Could be an empress that, is dealing with an emperor who is a sacred black sheep, right? And the emperor is dealing with a hairstylist who's an empress. So take that for what it is too, as well. So we have On and On that just played by Madonna, but now we have Losing You by Solange. Yikes. Right? Because we already know what that song is about. But it's literally, right? Wake up before it's too late. The song is I'm looking at the lyrics right now. It says, "Tell me the truth, boy, am I losing you for good? We used to kiss all night, but now there's just no use. I don't know why I fight it. Clearly we are through. Tell me the truth, am I losing you for good?" Wake up before it's too late, right? Right? I'm pretty sure somebody has said that to you before. And this is literally one of those cases. Like, somebody's literally about to step into their power. Somebody's really about to get into their bag. But because somebody has been, right, defensive, guarded, but in their bag and being patient, karma is here, right, for things to turn up. The only thing I can say is you can't allow whatever actions hold you back. You can't let things that you said hold you back. stifle you. They can slow you down, but you should never let anything stop you from what it is that's destined for you. I don't think that it is even possible. And if so, then that's basically you sacrificing yourself for the connection and your life. Because I wholeheartedly believe that these connections that are supposed to be divinely guided, like we are supposed to come together for higher purposes, so when when divine unions happen, it's not just for people being together, it's to heal a collection, a group of individuals who really lost hope in all of humanity, who probably are on the verge of suicide or whatever, who feels as though like, and why am I here? What's my purpose? That's when the divine unions and the soulmate twin flame, unions happen. Is to wake those people up, to show them that, yeah, there's more to this than just love and being in a relationship. It's a whole process, y'all. And it really, it's the whole journey itself, whether it's a twin flame journey or not, but the whole purpose, right? The whole mission, individuals, right? Because before I pulled more cards out, there was divine individual. And we also have to be mindful of, right? Before you even can suggest, right, a soulmate, you should be mindful of the spiritual journey that you're on. Figuring out who you are as an individual, right? Sacred black sheep. We're castaways. So right now, at least in my position, right, where I've been struggling to find out if I can really have my own business, if I can really be the one and my family to do that, to have my own business, to be able to, just do things that they weren't able to do. Like my parents worked their entire lives, and I sat there and I watched what working your entire life for the government can do for you. So it's just like, I'd rather put myself in a position where I'm going to work for myself, no matter how long it's going to take me. Even if I have to die trying, I'd rather do that for the rest of my life than to try to do a 9 to 5, to pay my bills or to pay taxes and die. Like, who the fuck wants to do that? There's more to life than just that. And if people don't respect you enough for you to go out there and get that, then those are people that you need to fall back from, to cut off and move away from. But we have Medicine Horse, right? I'm going to read that, and I'm just probably going to end it off because I think I've been talking for at least over an hour now. I also have All Around Me by Flyleaf. It's a group that I'm pretty sure nobody has heard of in a long time. Pretty sure they don't even exist anymore. And if they do, then the lead singer ain't with the group no more. All right, so we at an hour and 13. But it says, I am Medicine Horse, bringing you the message of freedom, journey, and progress. Do not act as though you are beast of burden. Claim your innate divine dignity. Allow yourself to feel and be grateful. Recognize and honor your needs for rest, openness, safety, and respect, right? That meditate and pray. An ability to hear, know, and feel spiritual truth, which will guide you in every aspect of your life journey, is opening up. Connect with your spirit, live your truth. In a reading, there is a powerful and sacred bond between your soul and the animal kingdom. If you have a beloved animal who has left this world for the spiritual world, here's a message that this beautiful being is protected by a great spirit and is loved and peaceful now. That creature is completely forgiven and completely forgiving. Okay, because I had to literally read that. So that creature is completely forgiven and completely forgiving. You are also guided to honor the inner knowings that flow naturally from your instinct and intuition. As you respect your inner guiding wisdom, your life experience will improve. You will successfully navigate your way around negativity. Healing, spirit communication, and loving repair of the sense of self after any type of abuse is indicated. There is spiritual support and assistance for a journey ahead that will take you far. Progress is being made. Spiritual guidance. Medicine Horse brings healing gifts for the mind, body, and soul. Horse is a healer. This oracle indicates that a time of significant healing is at hand. With that star card, that's definitely double confirmation. Sometimes the most powerful healing at a soul level happens subtly. It may involve emotional catharsis and dramatic psychological aha moments, but it often happens almost invisibly, without us realizing how much our inner work is reshaping us from within. That shapeshifter card came out, so that could really be significant, right? On what's happening to some of you, collective. Eventually, we experience the fruits of our inner journey. Our interpretations of past experiences changes, empowering us to leave behind old points of view, former identities, and negative expectations for the future. We begin to feel the lightness and promise of our spirit. We discover and take delight in our own divine beauty. We have made progress and a new horizon opens up. Oh, excuse me. Horse medicine also brings a special type of healing through two particular equine traits. I don't know if y'all can read that. It's like an E, right? Authentic connections and heightened sensitivity. Many types of emotional damage to human beings can be healed through the experience of these two principles of horse wisdom. It is the task of a spiritually aware and skillful counselor, be that a human or a horse, to mirror back one's emotional experience with authenticity, presence, honesty, and acceptance in a way that builds a sense of real connection to another living being. Horse medicine is the soul medicine of trust. Trust in oneself, trust in relationships, trust in our bodies, intuitions, instincts, and in life itself to guide us to guide us and provide us with what we need. Humans can recognize and develop healing compassion for their own wounded tendencies towards hypervigilance and defensiveness through witnessing the exquisite sensitivity of the horse. Witnessing the equine survival mechanism of the herd can help us address the wound around trust. Seeing herd behavior may allow, perhaps for the first time as an adult, a person to honor the need for genuine connection and healing community at a deep level and see how vital it is to the ability to survive and thrive. When Medicine Horse comes to you, there is a deepening in your aliveness, a, a release of automatic reactivity and defensiveness, and an ability to be increasingly alive, authentic, and real. You will believe more and more that the universe has your back and has blessed you with the resources that you need, not only to survive, but also to thrive. You will also understand that you do not need to take this journey alone. Emperor and Empress, right here at the bottom, at the end of this reading, right? Sacred black sheep and a hairstylist barber. Like, come on now. Now, also too, right? This because this empress is the sacred black sheep. This person is able to work from home. So if you are a hairstylist and barber, right, they can help you with your business, and y'all both be able to work from home. Y'all both be able to work from home because you know, I mean, it's good to have a shop, but you can also have people come to you, and then not only that, oh, this is cute, right? So maybe some of you, sacred black sheep, have suggested to expand, right? To challenge this barber or hairstylist. I know a barber, and I've had the idea on challenging him to become better than a barber. Actually, I was trying to get him to become a hairstylist. Didn't have that conversation to him, but because I'm growing my hair, there's really no need for me to get a haircut anymore. I mean, a shape up I can do for myself, but I don't necessarily need the shape up for real, for real. So I was just, if that barber was able to do twists or something like that, that would really help his business in some way, shape, or form. At least with the men hair, because I have 4C hair, so it's already hard to do my hair. But for somebody that's trying to be a professional at it, my hair is the perfect hair to really, you know, to practice with, to learn how to be a hairstylist and a barber at the same time, you know. So y'all could be in that same situation with somebody, right? Or if you are a barber and you know somebody, right? Talk to them. They can really help you with your business. Those sacred black sheeps, they're not just something to look at. They're not just something to listen. Like they're around to help. If anything, they may come off. They may not appear that way, whatever the case may be, but their hearts is always there to help in every way, shape, or form. But you just gotta respect them. That's it. But horse doesn't want to be held back in any way, and its appearance is a sign of progress being made in our physical worldly pursuits, and especially in the inner process of soul healing. Horse medicine is helpful for cultivating a loving and respectful relationship with the body rather than trying to dominate it with mind. It can help us in undoing patterns of abuse and learning to trust in bodily instincts and wisdom. It is also especially helpful medicine for developing a constructive attitude towards fear. Horse helps us acknowledge all emotions, including fear, and contain them so that we feel heard without censorship, yet also safe and held. We can then channel the vital energies of our emotions into conscious choices that allow for progress, vitality, and engagement with the world. Healing process. For the healing for your healing process, use this simple visualization. Feel, imagine, or visualize a wild herd of horses. Hear the stomping of their hooves hitting the earth. Sense their energy, freedom, aliveness, playfulness, even excitement as they urge each other on, running together. They are safe, but they are wild and free. They are skittish and on the outlook for any situations to avoid, yet they are completely vital in the present moment. You may hear them snort or neigh as they run past you. You may sense the air and dust whipping up as their manes and tails fly in the air. You can allow the aliveness and vital presence to pulsate through you. When you are ready, finish your visualization with this simple prayer. Spirit of the horse, beautiful, wild, and free, you liberate me. You show me the truth of my experience and that I respond as a natural You show me the truth of my experiences and that I responded as was natural for me then. Now my nature is ready to be alive in a new way. I am ready to celebrate my spiritual beauty, the freedom to be myself and to enjoy sacred connections that are mutually supportive and encouraging. I honor you, medicine horse, for the beautiful gift you bring to relieve my soul. You help me walk in the way of spirit with honesty, power, and grace. May all horses and all creatures be happy and free. You have completed your healing process. And as we finish, we have Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell. So, right, you're probably at that point now where you should go and talk. But that's after the healing process, though. Make sure you are aligned. It's that equal give and take. So, whoever you are connecting with that you actually want to reach out to, be mindful of what your action has been prior to you about to go reunite with them to have this conversation, right? Have you been more vocal back then? If not, you should be more vocal now. And, right, be mindful of the things that you're saying, right? Because if you were vocal back then, were you coming from from an emotional standpoint, or were you coming from well, you're all working your emotions, but was it more so from a loving, or was it more from a hate? You know, were you too in your mind about it, so you're acting on your anger than your actual feelings? But with justice here, it's like you can move forward once you've done that. Because as of right now, somebody's falling back. But maybe somebody's also stopped drinking as well. But somebody also could be coming out of the closet. Whoever this wake up before it's too late. Their Nine of Cups is in reverse. So they're not really happy or content where they're at. So maybe somebody is trying to wake up. But maybe they're on the low and that's what's keeping them stuck. Who knows? But communication is always the key, though. And if you are a religious person, or if you do believe in God in every way, shape, or form, then cut out any type of noise like if you've been conversing with people about this situation and that conversation is still making you feel that way, then clearly that advice from that person or those people wasn't the advice for you. That was just to keep you stuck. So if you really feel a way for somebody, it's time to cut off everybody that's no longer serving you, right? These cups are upside down. These people are no longer serving you. They are no longer a fulfillment in your life. So it's time to drop them and be free. Right, wake up before it's too late. So somebody's literally waking up now. Wheel of Fortune is there, right, before it's too late, because somebody's in a bag and good things are coming to those who, shit. As we got the song still playing, Can We Talk? Communication is always key. Whatever you seeing, whatever you feeling, just don't be angry about it. Maneuver, work better in your emotions. I think that was the last reading. It was communication in the sensing, right? Learning how to deal with your emotions. Align yourself better. They're a sacred black sheep for a reason. They stand out from the standouts. From the black sheeps, they stand out from the black sheeps. So even if it's a group of black sheep, they stand out from the black sheep. Like, this person is like very, 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 very in tune with the divine. I think they put more their faith in God than they would do any human, right? We've already made our declarations. We've already said our vows. I think the last reading that I did was literally on the anniversary of this tattoo. So, that was my marriage to God. Even though I've been baptized and stuff like that, but this was my personal, right? Me being baptized and stuff like in my younger days, that was orchestrated for family